Hey, my name is Connor, and welcome to Crypto Empire, where we dominate the crypto market. Crypto just had a massive sell-off, and while the obvious longer-term trend is bearish, what can happen here in the immediate short term is still up in the air. So I'll be hopping into the price charts and going over my technical analysis in this video to discuss what can happen here in the immediate short term. And then I'll be going over the Bitcoin dominance chart because the Bitcoin dominance percentage has been dropping like it's hot, and altcoins have been greatly outperforming Bitcoin, certain altcoins at that. So I'll be discussing the top altcoins that have been crushing Bitcoin and if I think that will continue or not. If that does interest you, be sure to stick with me until the end of the video. Without further ado, let's get right into it and let the gains be with you. Looking at Bitcoin on the daily price chart, we had a massive sell-off yesterday of over 7.5% from the high to the low. And price did sell off right into our outline demand level below $19,000. This level does go back to June and July outlined from these candle wicks. That is how we were able to determine that this is our daily demand level. Now price is in a very interesting spot because we're at major support in daily demand. Now is not the time when you want to be a late shorter. If you wanted to play this move short, you would have wanted to enter into your position on the breakdown of this ascending pennant over here, not beforehand. But with that being said, we cannot rule out the possibility of a continuation move lower, and that is only if price fails to get back above this resistance level at $19,000. If I drop this down to a 4-hour price chart, we can go ahead and see that this price level at $19,000 is the current major resistance on the chart. Price is currently getting rejected from that, but this 4-hour candle is still in development. It does still have around 2 hours left until the close. If we do see a 4-hour candle closure above $19,000, I believe that would completely rule out the possibility of a major fast continuation lower in price. If price does get rejected from this $19,000 level, then we need to be careful because that would make it possible to see a quick continuation lower and come down to this lowest wick, the bear market low currently at $17,500. That is over here going all the way back to June at $17,500. This is really the only support level below current price, other than, of course, 18.5 over here outlined in my yellow dotted line. So we're in a very interesting spot on the price chart where if price cannot get back above this 19K resistance, we need to be very careful. We're either going to chop around sideways or most likely continue the trend lower. But if price can get back above 19K, then we could be in for some short-term relief up to the breakdown level at around $20,000. Now, what I really want to talk about today is the Bitcoin dominance chart because Bitcoin dominance has been dropping excessively. Currently, Bitcoin dominance is at 39.25% of the entire market cap. If I go to a weekly chart, we can see that we are about to breach the lows from the beginning of the year, and the only demand level below these lows goes back to the 2017-2018 bull market at the very end of it, when Bitcoin dominance was at its lowest and altcoins were going parabolic. Bitcoin dominance has not been this low in multiple years. So this is definitely something to pay attention to right now. And select altcoins are absolutely crushing Bitcoin in terms of price performance. Let me show you a few of them right now. One of them is one of my favorites. It's the better version of Bitcoin, and that is Monero XMR. If we take a look at the Monero Bitcoin chart, we can see that this did break out of a multi-year resistance trend line. This trend line goes back to 2018, really August of 2017. So around 5 years, give or take 4 to 5 years, Monero has been in a bear market versus Bitcoin. Now, recently, as of just a few weeks ago, price did actually break out above this trend line, and Monero has been crushing Bitcoin since the start of the year. If we go back to the start of the year over here, around January, February, Monero is up to current price 103% versus Bitcoin. All this means is if you would have put in 1 Bitcoin into Monero back in January or February of this year, if you wanted to sell the Monero back into Bitcoin, you could sell it for 2 Bitcoins now. You doubled your Bitcoin. And Monero isn't the only chart that is crushing BTC. I will show you, this is not outperforming Bitcoin, but XRP is in this 5-year triangle, and I would expect this to break to the upside. And when this time comes, it could lead to a massive breakout. But the way this chart looks, as a technical analyst, as somebody who looks at the objective data, this needs to be paid attention to. This is setting up for a massive 5-year breakout of a trendline resistance level. It could lead to a massive rally. So pay attention to the XRP BTC chart. But of course, there's other assets like Ethereum, greatly outperforming Bitcoin. Ethereum, of course, has the merge narrative going for it. And I do believe that these altcoin narratives are contributing to the fact that altcoins are really crushing Bitcoin in terms of price performance right now, in the bear market at that, because it's important to understand, typically in the bear market, we have altcoin charts. We'll use Glimmer as an example. This is typically what every single altcoin looks like in the bear market versus Bitcoin. Usually Bitcoin just greatly outperforms the entire market, and we see Bitcoin dominance just continue to rise and rise and rise until we see another bull market again and altcoins start to outperform Bitcoin once again. But this is something like we've never seen before, where altcoins are outperforming Bitcoin in the bear market. If we look at Ethereum versus Bitcoin, this is at a major resistance level. This is not the all-time high. The all-time high does go back to 2017 at 15% of a Bitcoin for one Ethereum. Right now, we're at 8.2% of a Bitcoin for one Ethereum, or 8.2 million Satoshis. But this is at a major resistance level, and certainly the merge has a lot to do with Ethereum and a lot of the altcoins outperforming Bitcoin right now. But if Ethereum can actually close at this level or close to this resistance level, close to this supply zone, then we could see continuation later on this year into next year, into 2024. And that narrative of the flippening could continue to come to fruition. So it's definitely very important to pay attention to the Ethereum Bitcoin chart. And even just from a few months ago, in June of 2022 this year, Ethereum is up versus Bitcoin around 53%. So we have Monero up 100%. We have Ethereum up 53%. We also have coins like Cosmos Atom just absolutely crushing Bitcoin in terms of price performance. Again, you can see here that I do have the Fibonacci drawn in this chart. I'll illustrate how I drew the fib. If we take it from the swing high down to the swing low over here back in December of 2020, we can see that Cosmos Atom came right to the 88.6 on the Atom BTC chart. And from that reversal low, Atom is up 159% versus Bitcoin. This is in less than 3 months. This is in 84 days. Atom is up 162% versus Bitcoin. All right, so absolutely crushing. The top altcoins are really outperforming Bitcoin right now. The coins that don't have a lot of demand, that don't have a lot of utility, aren't crushing Bitcoin, but the ones that have a narrative going for it, the ones that are actually building, these are the coins that are currently outpacing Bitcoin, and these are the ones that you need to be paying attention to. There are more. Atom, Monero, Ethereum, those are not the only ones. There's even coins like Pirate Chain. We can see Pirate Chain from the lows, it's still even outperforming Bitcoin. From current price, it's up 16% in the past 3 months, but it did go up as high as around 40 to 50%. The list goes on. Cardano has a major hard fork coming up. As you can see, I also have a fib on this chart. Again, all I do to draw my fib is take it from the swing high down to the swing low. Right? In this case, we can take it to this swing low, or we can take it to the absolute bottom. And both line up with the 78.6 here. So ADA bouncing from the 78.6. And from that bounce, prices up versus Bitcoin again, 50%. And of course, we do have the Basel hard fork upgrade coming on September 22nd. So we will be finding out if this is just another sell the news event and Cardano starts to really weaken versus Bitcoin. But even if we look at the ADA chart versus the US dollar, it really hasn't been doing too much. In terms of dollars, it's way down, but in terms of Bitcoin, it's actually up. So for all the Cardano people out there, I'm seeing a lot of Cardano videos talking about this hard fork, saying how it's going to be the best thing ever for the price. I just look at the objective reality. I look at the chart. I look at the price action, and this is just range bound sideways for the past 3 to 4 months. This is not really doing anything. and this hard fork is not really having a major effect on the price. I'm bullish on Cardano long term, and it is outperforming Bitcoin 50% so far on the year, but the current price action versus the dollar shows not a lot of interest. And I do believe that we are headed lower in terms of everything over the next couple of months. I don't think that this bear market is over. So of course, if Bitcoin drops to $14,000 to $16,000, I do expect Cardano to drop sub 30 cents, possibly even tag the 25-cent level. That could possibly mark a bear market low. But nonetheless, Cardano outperforming Bitcoin big time. The list goes on. There are other ones like CRV, another very popular stablecoin. If we go ahead and look at the Bitcoin CRV chart on the weekly again, a lot of these charts went right to the 88.6, and they went ahead and formed a major reversal. And from that 88.6 on CRV is up 84% versus Bitcoin, again, only in the last 3 months here. So these altcoins are just crushing Bitcoin. Another one, Polkadot, right to the 88.6. And from that reversal at the 88.6, Polkadot is up 36% versus Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is getting completely demolished by the top altcoins in the market. The list does go on. There's other ones like Chainlink. Chainlink not really doing too much compared to others like Cosmos, but still up 60% versus Bitcoin in the past 3 months. Another one that's crushing Bitcoin, Quant, right? Quant is similar to Monero, and also this is forming a falling wedge here. But Quant is similar to Monero, where it has a very limited supply. If we look at Quant, we can see that this coin has a 13.4 million coin circulating supply with only a 14.6 million total supply. Of course, it has the CBDC narratives coming for it, as well as the fact that it's an operating system for the blockchain, bringing Web 2 applications to Web 3. And of course, XMR is real digital cash. So the opposite of Quant, but still has the community, has narratives. And we can see that the circulating supply of Monero is 18.1 million. All right, so very small circulating supply. And if we look at Quant on the Bitcoin chart, from June, this thing is up to current price 166%. So what does this mean? What should you do? Well, this certainly looks like this trend could continue. So I'm already exposed to a lot of the coins that I mentioned in this video, whether that's Monero, Cosmos, Ethereum, Quant, etc. I've owned these assets, and I've stated I've owned these assets for a long time here on the channel. So the time to use your Bitcoin to buy these assets was, of course, at the lows. You don't want to be FOMO buying into something now. We have to see how the month of September does shape up, because there are a lot of major Federal Reserve announcements, whether that's interest rates or inflation itself. And if we look at the dollar at an interesting point right now, at the 110 resistance level, almost at that 111 level. So we're going to see if this does want to pull back. This is on a weekly chart, so we could possibly see a pullback to the 108, 107 level. And this would give a little bit of weight for Bitcoin and altcoins to see a little bit of relief before that next major macro move down that would most likely form the bear market lows. But this is going to take time to play out. This is going to take months. It's not going to happen next week. It could happen next month, but most likely it's going to span out over a couple of months. It's going to be sideways. It's going to be boring. So we definitely need to be paying attention to these particular altcoins that are outperforming Bitcoin, and we need to be watching this Bitcoin dominance chart. The way it looks right now on this weekly, it does look like we could end up breaking these lows and head to this lower level. That would mean that these altcoins are going to continue to outperform Bitcoin, that Bitcoin will continue to lose its dominance. So definitely I would not recommend holding a portfolio of only Bitcoin right now. I think you definitely need exposure into altcoins. So subscribe to the channel if you want to know the altcoins that I am looking at for the future. And if you're looking for a crypto exchange to trade these altcoins on, go ahead and check out the link down in the description below. It will take you to Bitget. Bitget is an amazing exchange because no VPN is required. They have high leverage if you want to trade with leverage, great selection of altcoins, and a very high withdrawal limit with no KYC needed. So if you want to check out Bitget, hit the link down in the description below. You get discounted trading fees for life when you use my link, as well as up to $4,000 in bonuses. So in this video, we analyze the Bitcoin price action after that major drop yesterday and what could be in store here in the immediate short term in this overall bear market. We also looked at the Bitcoin dominance chart and the fact that certain altcoins have been crushing Bitcoin in terms of price performance. I do think that this trend can continue, so we have to see how this does develop. You need to be paying attention to these altcoins. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you let me know by leaving a like down below. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comments section down below. Also, if you are brand new to Crypto Empire and you're not already subscribed, go ahead right now and smash that subscribe button down below and turn on all the notifications so that you don't miss any future videos. And my name is Connor from Crypto Empire, and I will see you in the next video.